Today we're going to go through the PSLE Primary 6 Mathematics. So the main topic for today is to go through the algebraic equation and learning how to simplify all these equations. So let's go through several basic algebraic equations, learn how to simplify them, and then apply them to slightly more challenging equation so that you'll be able to tackle them in your test. So let's go for this. Let's go through several basic algebraic equations. So now let's go through the basics of addition. For example, a plus a, So for example, a plus a plus a. So now we have three a's, and what this means is that you have to, in order to simplify this particular equation, you will have to add up all these three a's. So in this case, what it means is that three a's when added together is basically 3a. And this is the same no matter what it is, what alphabet it is. It could be B plus B plus B. So for this particular equation, what you need to do is to identify how many B's are there, how many similar alphabets are there, then you add them together. So this is called simplification. 3B. And the same goes for the next letter. If it's C plus C plus C, then it simply equals to 3C. Now let's go to do something more challenging. Not challenging, but something more something different. Okay, so now we will tackle another question. 3a plus 2a plus a. So in this case, what you have to do is the same thing, just plus everything together. So what we have here is 3a. Then we have here 2a and 1a. This is considered 1a. Normally for this, right, you can also express it as 1a. But what we usually do in mathematics is we don't express it in this way. What we do is we express it as simply as a. But remember, a equals to 1a. So this is one way to remember this, all right? So now you have to add this together. So 3a plus 2a plus a. So how many a's are there? 3a plus 2a equals to 5a. Okay, let's do it step by step. 5a plus a is equals to 6a. So the answer is 6a. So this is something that you must remember, addition of algebraic equation, so that you can simplify the equation to something that is more manageable, and this is going to be very helpful when you tackle more advanced mathematical calculations. Now let's go through another equation. Now this time round, we are going to go with the subtraction operation. So now let's try this. 8a minus 3a. So in this case, what you must do is simply take 8 minus by 3, since they already have the same alphabet, right? So in this case, you can minus them, you can subtract them directly. So when 8a minus 3a, it equals to 5a. All right? 9a plus a number without any algebraic expression minus 8a minus 6. All right. So how are you going to solve for this? In order to solve for this, one way I suggest is to rearrange the numbers and the algebraic equation. So in this case, right, you arrange all the algebraic equations together on one side, then the numbers on the other side. So what do I mean by this? Let me just show you. So we have 9a, then we have minus 8a over here. So we bring minus 8a here. Why? Because they both belong to the same algebraic equation expression, 9a minus 8a. Then followed by the number plus 6 minus 6. So by expressing it in this way, it makes it easier for you to simplify. So 9a minus 8a is equals to a, right? Because 9 minus 8 is equals to 1, and 1a is equals to a. Then plus 6 minus 6. This equals to 0. Therefore, the answer is A. Now that we've practiced this, let's learn how to express problems, word problems, into mathematical expressions using algebra. And this is going to be a very common question that you will encounter in your test and exam. And you will encounter this kind of thing if you intend to take programming, or you intend to solve some engineering issues as well. Okay, let's say we have one issue that is David, okay, is currently 12 years old. All right. So David is currently 12 years old. Then after X years, how many years old he will be after X years? So this is the algebraic equation. After X years, he will be how many years old? So in this case, we have the word problem. That is, you have to understand what they are trying to express. So David is currently 12 years old. So you need to express this as a mathematical equation. So what you need to do is that you write down 12 years old. All right, David is 12 years old. He's currently 12 years old. So you just write 12. Then after X years, so basically this is an addition problem. So 12 plus X equals to something, right? Depending on what the X represents. So if X equals to 3, therefore David will be 15 years old after 3 years. But in this case, we are expressing this simply as a mathematical equation. We are expressing this entire word problem as a mathematical equation. Therefore, the answer will be 12 plus X years old. And this is what you must learn to express the word problem as an algebraic equation. And this is going to be very useful to you when you grow up. All right, you're going to use this in programming, coding. You're going to use this in many engineering problems as well. Expressing word problems as mathematics so that the computer can understand it, solve it accordingly, and then voila, it will be almost like artificial intelligence to layman who doesn't understand mathematics, layman who doesn't understand coding, layman who doesn't understand engineering. All right. So now, let's tackle another similar question, but subtraction in nature. So by going through the different types of question, what I'm basically trying to do is, I'm trying to get you to be familiar with all types of questions that may come out during your test and examination so that you be familiar with what is happening. And by doing that, by being familiar with all these mathematical equations, you will be able to do well for your mathematics exam. So now let's do something that is more based on subtraction. Jenny, let's say Jenny is, this time round we say Jenny is X years old, right? So now, currently she is X years old. So what you must do is bring the X down as the first component of the equation. So I'm going to show you how to do it in a while. So Jenny is X years old, and 3 years ago, all right, in this case, let's say 3 years ago. 3 years ago means in the past. It has already passed, all right? So it was 3 years ago. So what it means is that Jenny is X years old currently. 3 years ago, how old will she be? So how do you express this word problem as a mathematics equation? So what you need to focus on is identify how many years old she is right now. So right now, Jenny is X years old, right? So what you need to do is write X. 3 years ago, how old will she be? How old was she? How old was she? All right? 3 years ago, how old was she? So 3 years ago is subtraction. It has already passed. All right? So X minus 3. So the answer is X. 3 years ago, she was X minus 3 years old. So basically, by expressing this entire word problem into a mathematical equation, it simply means that the answer is X minus 3 years old. So this is what you must do in order to express the problem as mathematical equation. And this is precisely what all the teachers wants to see in the math paper. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do another one that is of another type of mathematical operation apart from just simply addition and subtraction, all right? But there will be many subtraction and addition questions. There will be many multiplication and division problems. And don't be confused by all these questions. Just go through the question one by one, be familiar with them, and in the future they're going to mix it up. So you're going to have in a single question whereby you have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So if that's the case, it could be a multi equation problem, so consisting of many different types of operation. But as long as you are clear with the fundamentals, you should be able to tackle all these questions. Now, let's do this. If 20 pence, 20 pence cost how much? If 20 pence cost Q dollar, all right, each pen, how much will each pen cost? If 20 pence cost Q dollars, how much would each pen cost? Each pen costs Q dollar, okay? This is the total amount. Q dollar is the total amount of cost price in order to buy 20 pens. So what you need to do is Q dollar, the answer is Q dollar. Each pen will cost Q dollar divided by 20 units of pen. So this is one way, and this is the answer, okay? And this is one way of expressing for this answer. You can also express it as Q dollar divided by 20. Therefore, each pen, the price of each pen can be expressed as Q dollar divided by 20, or Q dollar in this format, or in this format, Q dollar divided by 20. Okay, so basically that's the end of today's course, and I hope to see you in the next lesson.
Tuition Near Me, your #1 portal for everything that is related to education. See you at Tuition Near Me.